Okay, we're back for the rest of the matches. Next up, the second of three traditional Survivor Series matches. This is now the 5-on-5. The women's Survivor Series match. It is Raw's Women's Champion Charlotte, Bayley, Alicia Fox, Sasha Banks, and Nia Jax versus the team captain, Nikki Bella, the SmackDown Women's Champion over controversial circumstances, mind you, that happened last night, Becky Lynch, Carmella, someone who has had controversy and had her foot on the rope last night, but tapped it anyway, Alexa Bliss, and Naomi. Now, again, Raw has been fighting with each other forever to even get to the point for this fucking team to where Dana Brooke was going to be the last member, but Cole said, no, she's not. It's fucking Sasha Banks, which I didn't mind. But with the fact that Natalya is coaching this team, you could have had Dana as their coach, even though that would be stupid. She'd be the least experienced person on this team. And that wouldn't make sense. But you need someone out there to combat Natalya. And the fact is, both, let's face facts, women secretly hate each other. That is a fact of life. But SmackDown has gotten along better than Raw. Now, to be fair, the only person that has not fought with anybody, with the exception of Alicia Fox, is Nia Jax. And Nia Jax could be the person that brings this home to Raw. But I don't see that happening. I see they'll fucking have Nia get counted out or something to keep her streak alive. It would make sense. Much like they did with Rusev a couple years ago in the Authority versus Team Cena match. SmackDown has not fought with each other as much. They have to because they're basically the only women on the roster. Where Raw has people that are expendable and didn't have to do that. Even though some are suspended, but still. Basically, every woman on SmackDown, with the exception of Eva Marie, is in this match. And that really shows that SmackDown needs more women. But that brings them together more. That gives them more unity. And I feel like, again, SmackDown will go 2-0 with these matches. And the final traditional Survivor Series match, you have Raw versus SmackDown 5-on-5. The Universal Champion, Kevin Owens. The United States Champion, Roman Reigns. The holder of the list, Chris Jericho, Seth Rollins, and Braun Strowman. On the SmackDown side, you have WWE Champion, AJ Styles, Dean Ambrose, Commissioner, Shane McMahon, Bray Wyatt, and Randy Orton / Randy Wyatt. If you don't know what that means, Randy, over the past few weeks, have recently joined the Wyatt family. But there's a catch. Not with the Wyatt family, because he just joined. Because he had enough and can't beat him, join him kind of thing. James Ellsworth is the mascot for Team SmackDown. That is amazing. That this guy, I fucking love James Ellsworth. The guy is amazing at what he does. He's been in the business for 14 years, and you get a pay-per-view payday as a fucking mascot. That is amazing, because obviously he's not going to be on the team, because he's not on the roster, he's not anywhere near the roster. And that's great. I feel like this is probably the biggest storyline going on right now is James Ellsworth, and it's fucking great. Now, with the case of Randy Wyatt being in the Wyatt family, or Wyatt Orton, whatever the fuck you want to call him, I don't know. Could this be a way for Orton to screw SmackDown and screw people? But you have to be fair, because in all of these Survivor Series matches that Orton has been a part of, he has been the sole survivor. He has been someone you can rely on. While Raw, again, is fighting with everyone. I understand because it's the world title picture, that is a thing. But could you not pick people in the fucking main event? Because just alone, Rollins, Reigns, fucking Jericho, and Owens have fought in the main event. They are still fighting. And the only reliable person on this team is Braun Strowman, because he gives no fucks about anyone on this team. He is his own team. You could just have fucking Raw versus SmackDown versus fucking Braun, and Braun would fucking win. But again, much like Nia Jax, they will have him either counted out or disqualified or something to keep his streak alive. So again, SmackDown 3-0. I am calling SmackDown for a clean sweep. With the exception of the Intercontinental Championship, I am calling a clean sweep for SmackDown. That is how fucking great SmackDown is. Sure, and sure, Ambrose and AJ have a feud, but they're going to have that solo at TLC. This is for brand supremacy, and everyone on SmackDown is on the fucking same page, regardless of what match it is. They are on a same page. They are a fucking unit. It is fucking great. And finally, Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar. We've gone through this before, but do it again really quickly. It's a match that people did not expect to happen. 12 years in the making since WrestleMania 20, and we all know how that ended. It was horrible. I mean, it was okay, but Stone Cold was the only reason that match was a success. And I'm going to leave it at that. I mean, it was just fucking... It was bad. Only because the crowd knew they were both leaving at that point. And that was basically the only reason the match was horrible. Because for what they could do at that time, it was okay. But again, doing it 12 years later, I don't know why. I mean, I love it. I love Goldberg being back. But this is basically the end of Goldberg's WrestleMania streak. He is 1-0, to be fair. It is a 1-0 streak. But it's just to get Brock's win back. It's that simple. And, you know, I would love to see Goldberg go 2-0 at Survivor Series. Even though this is in WrestleMania, he has that 1-0. He has a win against Brock. So basically, it's Brock getting the win back. This would be better at WrestleMania in my mind, but for the circumstances, for the video game, for 2K17, for everything, this makes sense. But again, if anyone was going to beat Brock, it would be Goldberg. Don't get me wrong. But the way Brock has been built, the way he beat the streak at WrestleMania with The Undertaker, the way he destroyed John Cena at SummerSlam, the way he destroyed Dean Ambrose at WrestleMania this year, the way he made Randy Orton a bloody pulp recently at SummerSlam, there is no stopping Brock. But if there was a guy to do it, it would be Goldberg, but I'm picking Brock. And with that being said, Survivor Series is November 20th. That's the entire card so far. But if anything happens, you will be the first to know. And if any matches happen, which I don't know if they will, but we'll see.